Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So for today, I'm gonna do the rest of my wrap up. So this is December part 3 wrap up. In the middle of December, I did a wrap up with all the books that I read so far, from beginning to middle of December, and these are going to be the books that I read up till the last day of December. So yeah, this is the rest of the wrap up. Before I get into the books that I read, I do want to show one book that I actually got in the mail from Book Outlet, like right after I did my book haul, my December book haul. I got one more book that I had ordered from Book Outlet using the $5 coupon they give you. And so what I got was Reboot by Amy Tintera. And this, I believe this is another dystopian book where you basically, when you die, you can like come back to life, and like some people are dead for like few minutes, some few hours, and this one on the cover says 5 years ago I died, 178 minutes later I woke up. And I think there's robots in this, I believe. I can't remember too much of what this is about, but I believe it is a dystopian. So yeah, that's what I got from Book Outlet. So now I'll get right into the rest of the books that I read in December. So the first one I don't have to show you guys because it's on my iPad, that I read it on my iPad, so I don't have the physical copy to show you guys. And this one I'm not going to really talk about because I did a full book review of it, and I will leave a link to that down below. But it is Prism by Jasmine Angel, and this is the second book in her Sign series, and I really love that book. I have a full review, go check it out, it's down below. And then the next book that I'm going to talk about, I finished this like a week before the New Year's and loved it so much I had to put it on my top 14 of 2014 list. And of course that is The Diviners by Libba Bray. I really enjoyed this book. This was my third favorite book that I read in 2014. And this is a paranormal murder mystery. And this book, the characters are great. The villain is great. He's so creepy, and like you don't know who it is. Obviously it's a murder mystery, so you don't know who it is till you get towards the end. But the whole time when you get scenes with the villain, even though you don't know who it is, like his scenes are the best because it's so like, it keeps you on the edge of your seat, and you're like, oh crap, what's gonna happen, oh no, don't go there. So this was really great, and I definitely want to see this made into a movie as long as they do it right. I would love to see this turned into a movie because this would be awesome. And normally I don't do horror movies. I can see this kind of being a horror movie, but I think it would be done really well and it would be awesome. And yeah, so this is another one that I read, and I have more in-depth thoughts on my Goodreads review. I'll leave a link down below to my Goodreads review. But basically, I loved it. The characters were amazing. The plot was great. The mystery, it just keeps you guessing. And yeah. And also, the relationships in this book is done really, really well. I normally do not like love triangles, but the relationships in this book is really well written, I think. And the characters, one thing with this book is it's from multiple perspectives, so you follow different characters around. And normally, sometimes, depending on how that's done, that can kind of annoy me because I get really into one character's story and then it switches to a different character. But in this, it worked out perfectly. I think the way it flowed back and forth was done really well. So yeah. And this is a pretty big hunker of a book. So it took me forever to pick it up to read because I've been wanting to read this book for a while. But the size of it just sort of scared me. So I didn't end up reading it till I started it in November, end of November, but it's been sitting on my shelf for like almost a year. But yes, don't be afraid of it. It does go by faster than you think, even though it's pretty big. But yeah, I love this one. And then the next book that I'm going to show you guys, this is actually the last book that I read in 2014, and that is Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters by Rick Riordan. And I really enjoyed the second book as well. Not as much as the first, but I still really enjoyed this one. I lost my train of thought. So this book, at first, when I first began reading it, I thought it was going to be a lot like the second Harry Potter book. Because if you guys remember in Harry Potter and Chamber of Secrets, and if you guys have not read Harry Potter, I'm going to say right now, spoilers, so you might want to mute this part if you haven't read the Harry Potter series. But if you guys remember in Chamber of Secrets, Harry was warned that there are things going on at Hogwarts and it's too dangerous for him to return to Hogwarts that year. Well, sort of the same thing happened in Sea of Monsters. So when I read that beginning, I was like, okay, are we going to get a lot more Harry Potter similarities again in this one? But actually, that was, I think, the main similarity that I found with this one and the second Harry Potter book. But otherwise, yeah, this story is fast-paced, lots of action, just like the first one. Gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Lots of action, fast-paced. Didn't have as much similarities with Harry Potter as the first book did. So that was good. This one started to move away from, the Harry Potter similarities and did its own thing, which I liked. I'm glad about that. So, yeah. In the ending, I got to the ending and I was like, okay, I need to get to the third book, like, immediately. I need to know what's going to happen. So, I will be reading the third one soon. But, yeah. That was the last book that I read in December, so that's pretty much it for this wrap-up. Let me know, you guys, what books you read in December, what books were your favorite, if you have a top 14 or top 10 of 2014 or whatever it is. Let me know down below, leave a link if you have videos I would love to check them out. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.